All right, welcome back, Silverfox Nation. Welcome back to the den, everybody. Come on in, get comfortable, because today I'm teaching you guys how to make the best user interface or UI in World of Warcraft. Now, I'm going to try to make this as short, as quick, and as thorough as possible, okay? So here we go. First off, let me just say that let me turn this music off before it burns our ears out. I have watched about, I'm going to say 20 or 30 user interface videos. And while doing this, I wanted to make sure to incorporate a lot from them. And I'm also, if you go back and you watch my add-on video, you're going to see that the add-ons that I'm using in that video incorporate here very minimally, because I don't want a bunch of stuff that Blizzard didn't make necessarily, not because I'm against that. It's just for the feel of this UI that I've got that's pretty clean. I'm just going to show you how it works and how everything comes together, and I'll show you what happens when we click on targets and all that. So I'm going to try to keep this under about 10 minutes. I'm hoping I can do it because I get real mouthy and real wordy. We know that. We know it, nation. We know how I roll. So here we go. First and foremost, like I said, the only real add-on you're going to see in my setup is for this video. You're going to see details down here. I have it. We're going to unlock it and move it. You can feel free to put details wherever you would like, but I just kind of like mine sitting right here. Now I'm going to tell you one thing right now. Keep in mind, I am using almost a 50-inch, right around 50-inch monitor. No, I'm sorry. I think this one's 48. So, but we're in some big territory here. So you're going to want to condense these numbers down for your screen. But if you look at how I have everything on the screen, I think this will help you out. So I'm just going to move this for now. So for now, we have action bar 1, 2, and 3. So you're going to want to go into your options. If you don't know how to set up your UI, let's get started. So you're going to go to options, and for your action bars, you're going to turn on 5 of them for me. You're going to click show numbers for cooldowns, okay? For your controls, you want to auto cancel away mode, interact with left click, open loot windows, auto loot to on. Your interface, show your name if you want, you don't have to. And friendly players, okay? You want your nameplates on. I like them larger because I'm old. Whatever you like's up to you. We're going to have enemy unit nameplates on. I have minions and minor nameplates on for minor enemies. I have my screen flash on aggro when I lose aggro because I tank a lot. And in combat, my personal resource display is on. Friendly buffs and the loss of control alerts. Socially, I have guild member alerts and I restrict some calendar invites. I allow ID and some requests like that. Okay, so gameplay enhancements. You want your assisted highlight on. Okay, this will light up the button you should use next to use your DPS in-game most effectively. I also have on the one-shot rotation. Okay, so I use large print. Again, big screen. Under general, I have on photosensitivity mode. It modifies effects in game, like flashing and different things. Flashing causes my neurospiciness to act up. I don't have seizures or any problem from it. It's just gives me some issues. Okay. I have motion sickness on when I'm flying. Helps some of the dragon riding and things like that out. For me personally, you set this up how you like it. Okay, and quickly my graphics, as you can see, 3200 by 1800 big screen. My render scale is around 81%. You want to keep that under 100, okay? 85 is pretty much a sweet spot, and 78 to 80 on your user's UI scale. And then graphics are up to you. I find this is the best graphics to see things in dungeons, raids, and to just do things pretty well. I have ultra shadow quality on. Liquid detail, you can run this on low if you want to, but I like good water. I like to. Particle density I have on good. Now this will do things like your spells. When I go into raids, I kick that to low, but run around in the world, we keep this on good. SSAI, or AO, I'm sorry, low. Depth effects, good. Compute effects high, outline mode good. Texture resolution high, essential spell density, and project the textures enabled. I'm going to have to learn to speak before I make these videos. And I have my view distance at 8. Environment at 8 and ground clutter at 5. As you can see, ground clutter, this literally turns up. See how I turned up things in the world? And you can also set it to nothing on the ground. But 5 is pretty much a sweet spot for me. I like that pretty well. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the edit mode. So now we have things set up. You're going to go to edit mode. And so we're going to make sure that show grid is on. Okay, so you can see how to place things a little bit better. Advanced options, if you don't have that clicked, that happens. So you want to be able to see all of this. Turn on your target and focus. Turn on your party frames, your raid frames, your boss frames, your arena frames, your buffs, debuffs, stance bars, pet bars, encounter bars, cast bars, and extra abilities. Also your talking head, vehicle exit button, equipment durability. This stuff is important. And you can also do vehicle seats. I usually leave that one right up here, okay? So using, so all that's on. So the first thing I want to look up is your mini map. All these icons around my map are the add-ons that I'm using. But these right here, I just kind of move these right here. And the reason I used a hunter in today's video is I want you guys to see what the screen looks like when I'm using a pet. Okay. I am using Sexy Map that you will see from my previous videos. And I have it set to the simple wood frame. Okay, that is an add-on. But if you have the default in-game user interface mini map, you can put it up here just the same. You can size it, increase everything about it. Okay, vehicle seats are here, so I can look and see who's riding with me. If I've got a mount out that they can ride on. Right here's your equipment durability. You'll see how your equipment's holding up when you need to repair. Right here's your buff frames and your debuff frames just to the left there. Okay, up here I keep your status bar. Some people like it down underneath here. I do not. I keep it up here. As you can see, this hunter, he's level 75, so he still has levels to gain. So his experience is here. Okay. This is the talking head. When you get stories in game and you see NPCs talking, I like to keep that up there. And over here is your encounter bar. So if we are doing dragon riding, let me kick dragon riding on here. I think, okay, we're going to switch up to sky riding. Again, really quickly. And so now when he hops on the mount, you will see the encounter bar that shows the vigor that he has when flying is up there. Okay? So we come down here to your raid frames. Okay, so I have the raid frame on. I have the raid size currently 25. That's what it looks like at 40. And you might be thinking, oh, that's huge, that's too big. Actually, it is not, because your party frame will disappear. So just kind of keeping it right in here works. I think that the height, right, where it's at, and separating groups vertically really helps to see, you can see the groups very easily and where you're at here, okay? Party. We've got on use raid style party frames. If not, it's going to look like that, okay? I think that looks neater. All I want to see here is their health dropping. I'm going to be honest. I don't care to see all the buffs and who's doing what. That is fine for me. No borders. No, you want to use a vertical layout. Sort it by groups. And then set the frame height and width however you see fit. But I find sitting here is a nice, clean UI. Okay. So now here we have boss frames. So if I'm clicking on a boss, I'll see a little extra health indicator over here. Sometimes, now I'm going to have my big pop-up up here, okay, from my Better Bliss plates. Again, go back to my add-on video. But also, boss frames kind of help. Arena frames, if you're an arena player, you play PvP, I just set those right up on top. Works out pretty well. Okay, right here in the middle, I have my cast bar. So I can see when I'm casting something, it's going to spin right across here. And I will show you that right here again. So if we change flying again, see, I'm seeing the cast bar right there. So after cast bar, we basically have our player frame and our target frames. Right there is really good. That way everything I want to see is focused right here in this area of the game. So as you can see, when it's not on, I have my focus. So now I'm going to target. She's here, I'm here, there you go. It is a, we're going to put my bear on passive here so they won't attack her. So let me show you what things look like in combat. See if I can get her mad. Okay. So you can see right here, my little health bar here and my energy. And she is at me. And this is what combat looks like. Things have lit up here. No problem, right? I have my pet bar setting to the left of my frame. My character's frame. My bear's name is Ben, so he's hanging out right here. And then underneath him is the pet bar. You can kind of move this around where you need it to be. I just find right here is pretty good. Right here is your stance bar. So if you're playing a warrior or a paladin, someone that needs to change stances, you just come down here and click it. Druids, a lot of changing forms. Bear, cat, whatever, flying, it's here. So then right here is your extra abilities. When you're in a dungeon and you need to click something, if you guys have done the Dimensius raid and different things, things will pop up here that you need to click and do. Okay, and then I have my bars, action 1, 2, and 3 right here. Over here I have action bar 4 that I have done into 2 rows, 10 icons, 70%. Okay, and it's always visible, and that's my mount bar. And down here is action bar 5, again in 2 rows, 10 icons, and that just has various things that I need on it. And that's pretty much going to wrap up the UI. Over here I have my bags, and over here I have my bags, and this little menu tab down here. I had it up here on the top left side. So as you can see, running around in the game and flying around and different things like that. We'll hop on this little griffin here, and we'll do some non-dragon riding. Well, nope, sorry, we're doing dragon riding. So when you're flying around here, as you can see, the game looks pretty good. It's a very clean UI to quest. This is, in my opinion, and like I said, I've watched I watched a lot of videos, and this is all up to your own interpretation of things. But I think this is probably one of the cleanest user interfaces I've ever seen. And when you're in a dungeon or a group, it's still clean. It's clean in raids. You have all of this big, huge surface area to look at and to see everything going on, everything around you in the game. None of your icons are interfering with that. I like to ride a lot of different mounts, so each character has things that I can see them riding as a themed character, something like that. So that's pretty much where we're at. And I brought us somewhere a little peaceful and quiet, so we could see the user interface and how it works. If you like a clean UI, I think this is probably one of the best. But hey, if you don't mind, do me a favor and click that like button down below if you liked the video. If you didn't like it, downvote the crap out of it. I don't care. I mean, I appreciate you taking the time to watch it. Please click subscribe if you think, being a part of the Silverfox Nation and being a part of the Den, if you want to come in and catch some videos with me, if you think that's something you want to do, I'd love to have you here. Everybody's welcome. And remember, everybody, I'm going to close this video out, and I want you guys just to remember, hey, be nice. Be nice in Azeroth. Help each other out. Help people in the real world. Be kind to everybody, and let's all get along. You know, the world's rough out there. That's why in here is a little bit better. So until next time, guys, that's all from the den for today. And Silverfox is going to be out. Remember, add your comments, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by.